There we go. That's a cave. That's the cave that was down the street from the other cave. It's just right there in a cliff wall. Like a cave is supposed to be. Good and proper. It's a cave. Let's go in here. Bats? This is feeling bats. No, this is more Zonai stuff. Okay, this is cool. Excavation site. I don't know who's doing this excavation, but it is cool that it is here because we're off over in the Finra. We're like, back out a little bit. You have all the Zonai architecture here. You've got the cool Zonai architecture here that I'm obsessed with, but there's no caves over here, so I can't talk about it unless I talk about it now. Where you have these like actual like barrows. Like the one of the few actual grave sites in this version of Zelda. Pretty cool. Now, how is that looking on my television screen versus the recording? I'm gonna assume the recording's fine. I bet it's fine. I bet it's totally fine. There is a thing I'm not talking about, which is the Age of Imprisonment came out, and I did not buy it. I still don't own a Switch 2 as of this recording. But I do have YouTube, you know. And so I watched all the cutscenes, and it's like simultaneously... They want me to do some stuff. I'm not gonna do anything. Watch this. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Let's go. Age of Imprisonment came out. The canon prequel to this video game, Tears of the Kingdom. I hear frog, but I don't see frog. Basically, the shortest possible explanation of my feelings is that the story embellishments that they add to the backstory as depicted in this game are all really good. All of the ancient sages are now characters with at least one character trait each. They, like, flesh out things just slightly more in a way that makes it feel like an actual story. That stuff is all really good. It's a fix-it-fic, but it, you know, I'm not immune to fix-it-fic. However, it does double down on the fact that all of this Zonai, everything here, basically nearly all of the Zonai architecture that we see in this video game here predates the Zonai architecture of the founding of Hyrule. Which is just a small amount of stuff. Mostly the kind of stuff we see in the Sky Islands, which are not Sky Islands in Age of Imprisonment. So what's happened now is I've become the Joker again, because we have true ancient Zonai stuff as excavated here. And then you have, like, middle Zonai stuff, which is the newer looking stuff, which I guess makes sense, ultimately. But also, everything that was ancient here now was exactly the same ancient. Was exactly as ancient as depicted here. Which, given the fact that the Age of Imprisonment stuff is older than the 10,000 years before when the Age of Calamity stuff no, Age of Calamity. Anyways, they've doubled down on being even more ancient to a cartoonish degree, which I can merely shake my head at and move on with my life. But, you know, you take the bad with the good. I think it's fun that this section of the map has a bunch of caves that are these little, like, portal puzzles to solve. This almost feels more shrine-like than some of the shrines that are even in this game. Though to a smaller degree. So, big fan of that. And big fan of more of this stuff. And looking forward to more in the next cave. Which probably won't have anything to do with any of this. But who knows? We'll find out.